Back to the lightweight division we go. Akhmed Aliev. We saw him in his creative striking before in the PFL. He welcomes a man from Belarus who calls himself the dancer, Mikhail Odintsov. Kenny Florian, Odintsov has had a crucible already to endure. He came over by himself, made the trip from Belarus because his corner couldn't get their visas passed. He came to Atlantic City, New Jersey, and he's been training and got into the camp of Brendan Loughnane, who we'll see later here on ESPN+. He also missed weight, which means he starts off in our standings with -1 point.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, and he will not get more than -1. There's nothing he can do. Even if he wins in round 1, he will still end up with -1. And knowing that, you wonder what that's going to do to his mind state heading into a fight against a very dangerous striker. So, again, he's going to have to keep his wits about him, keep his composure, go out there and do his best to get the win, at least have some kind of moral win here tonight.
Through 3 bouts, Randy, wrestling has featured very heavily, and this man thinks that he has the wrestling advantage in this bout.
That's true. Odintsov has a very, very strong wrestling background. He wants to implement that, and Akhmed Aliev is a very, very good striker, so that's a pretty good game plan against a very good striker.
Mikhail Odintsov actually earned his way onto the PFL roster in our international qualifier series, doing a little mini tournament. He had to win 2 fights in one night just to get to this point. Now he's fighting for pride, he's fighting for a win bonus, and fighting for a desperate opportunity to get into the PFL playoffs and make good on his goal.
Man, 1 hamburger away, 4 ounces.
There is Akhmed Aliev, representative of Astrakhan, Russia. A man with creative striking prowess. Randy, we saw him burst onto the PFL scene in season 2, and he's looking to make a splash here in season 3.
Absolutely, great footwork, great combinations that he throws. He sets things up really, really well. It's going to be interesting to see how he deals with Odintsov and if he's going to be worried about getting taken down. Sometimes you get worried about that guy taking you down, you don't let your hands go.
You saw there in the graphic, he lost, but he lost to the eventual champion, Tom Schultz. He wants that rematch, wants an opportunity. Here's our tale of the tape between these two. Slight reach advantage for Akhmed Aliev. He is 2 years the senior, his opponent. Lillian Garcia gets him started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you back to the action in the lightweight division. And this is presented to you by CarParts.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a wrestler who stands at 5'9" and weighs in officially at 156½ pounds. In 20 professional bouts, he has a record of 18 wins and 2 losses, with 6 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Minsk, Belarus, here is Mikhail "Dancer" Odintsov. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker. Standing at 5'8", he weighs in officially 155¼ pounds. In 25 professional bouts, he has a record of 19 wins and 6 losses. He was the 2019 PFL Lightweight semifinalist, fighting out of Astrakhan, Russia. Here is Akhmed Aliev.
The flip side of that mindset, Court,
Gary
that you
Copeland.
mentioned, is what is the mindset of Aliev? He's got nothing to lose here. He's got 3 points. Is he going to let it hang out there and try and score 3 more bonus points in this first round?
That's right. As a result of his opponent missing weight, Akhmed Aliev automatically awarded 3 points. Of course, he wants the opportunity to secure a top spot as only 4 fighters advance to the playoffs. Touch of the glove, show of respect, and they get right to it. Inside leg kick there from the dancer, Mikhail Odintsov. Akhmed Aliev in the red trunks absorbs another kick to the leg. Odintsov in the black and gray representing Belarus. Nice jab from Aliev.
Some very good wrestlers come out of Belarus. Had a Belarusian Olympic medalist live in my house for a while and train with me when I was trying to win a gold medal in Olympic wrestling. Sergey Listrov, he was an amazing guy.
Akhmed Aliev tested a high kick there. There's a takedown attempt from Odintsov. First defense successful.
Nice.
A reshot from Odintsov.
Nice sprawl by Aliev.
Exchanging knees to the legs here. We've been living in the clinch tonight, fellas.
Yes.
Not hurting my feelings one bit.
I'm just trying to make Randy Couture feel at home, all of these fighters. Nice shots.
Oh, look at that!
Big toss, and he lands inside control. Ahmed says, I can wrestle too.
That was beautiful, and he said that. He said he wasn't concerned with the wrestling game of Odintsov. He says, I know that game as well, and they're showing a beautiful throw. My goodness.
Nice body lock. I would score that a 5.
That is a tear running down the cheek of Randy Couture. He's so happy at seeing all of this. Odintsov with the left butterfly hook in. Can he work his way up?
Watch the back of the head.
Tell you what, Kenny, one thing that's been difficult for everyone in top position tonight is landing effective offense from the top.
Yeah, definitely. I think the guys are getting better defensively off their back, and Aliev looking to try to advance position. Looks like he's not trying to wail away at Odintsov, but he's in a great position here against a guy who's probably not so comfortable in this position.
Nice body and head there. Both of those landed for Akhmed Aliev. And that, in our fighter performance rating, makes it an effective takedown. As impressive as that throw was, it's only an effective takedown if you mount successful offense once you're in top position. Odintsov trying to strike off his back. Randy, we've seen that plenty, and it's really difficult, especially with no elbows in our PFL rule set, to mount successful offensive strikes from the back.
And it's actually tough from the top position. Aliev being in the lay and pray position here, not posturing up, not bringing his hips in, and stacking Odintsov up so he can land some quality shots from the top position.
2 minutes remaining here in round number 1. Lightweight bout. Akhmed Aliev out of Astrakhan, Russia, in the red trunks on top. Peppering away at his opponent, Mikhail Odintsov. It looked like Aliev maybe was imploring the referee with the look there. I didn't see what he was upset about. Perhaps maybe a strike to the back of the head, according to our producers in my ear. Nice kick there, right to the buttocks. Copeland stands them up. He's seen enough of that. Body kick attempt there by Odintsov. Aliev shrugs it off. Spinning back. We've seen those wheel kick attempts from Akhmed Aliev. Sometimes they land, Kenny.
Yeah, he is so fast with those spinning attacks. You got to watch for that wheel kick and that spinning back kick to the body from Aliev. Oh! Nice short shot there from Aliev. Odintsov just finding no success up to this point, getting it as far as getting takedowns against Aliev. Aliev seeing it all coming.
He wore that strike pretty well, considering how nasty it sounded from our cage side position.
Little inside trip attempt by Odintsov, and Aliev is not having any of it. Again, outside shot.
Hurt him. Akhmed Aliev drops Mikhail Odintsov. Can he finish and get 6 points? He pours it on from the top. 15 seconds remaining in round number 1. He goes to work with the left hand.
Now in a great position, and that right arm is tied up from Odintsov.
He's able to save himself by grabbing and controlling the body posture of Akhmed Aliev, who came on late with that big knockdown. Fascinating end to round number 1. We're still sniffing our first finish of the night inside the PFL Smart Cage. Kenny, Aliev saw those 6 points and he wanted them, but successful defense by Odintsov.
He sure did. He had his moments. Take a look at this takedown. Gets his hips right underneath the hips of Odintsov and sends him flying. What a thing of beauty right there. Oh, there's a short little uppercut from Aliev as well.
Great sprawls there, wow.
Aliev just seeing everything coming tonight.
Nice little right hand by Aliev to put him on his back.
What does the fighter performance rating presented by Rich Energy think of Akhmed Aliev's first round?
I'll tell you when.
That big uppercut and a knockdown, a near finish means he gets a 97 out of a possible 100. Mikhail Odintsov, 43 on his fighter performance rating.
Round 2, you ready?
For round number 1.
Round 2, you ready? Now fight.
More respect between these two. Akhmed Aliev, the Russian, in the green. The Belarusian Mikhail Odintsov in the black and gray. Looks none too worse for the wear, even after taking some damage there in round number 1, Randy.
Oh, Aliev timed that little level change and shot perfectly with that uppercut, and then had some vicious ground and pound. But Odintsov looks all right. He doesn't seem to be hurt at all. Certainly doesn't look fatigued.
Aliev continues to throw that right hand. It's somewhere between a straight right and an overhand right, Kenny, and creates an odd angle.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of goes up and around your guard, so there's shots that you don't see, the very, very dangerous shots. Looks like Aliev setting up that right hand here, guys.
Great
nice
sprawl again, wow.
It's exactly what it looked like to me too, Kenny. It looks like he's definitely setting a trap.
Yep. He is just on point everywhere with his wrestling, his striking. Man.
It would be really fascinating to be a fighter and know what your opponent was setting up.
Well, that's what it looks like. It looks like he's reading the mind of Odintsov.
These two lightweights vying for points in our regular season standings. A finish in round 2 means you would get 5 points. That would be good enough right now for the top of the table. PFL MMA, the only true league in mixed martial arts. Regular season championship after the playoffs. $1 million prize comes with the championship and that belt. 6 different weight classes. We will crown 6 $1 million champions.
Seems to me Aliev is trying to counter. He's waiting for Odintsov to come in and let his hands go a little bit and trying to counterpunch.
Couldn't agree more, Randy. You know, Aliev is certainly capable of creating his own offense, but for me, I think the highest level of striking is the guy who can counter, and he's waiting for Odintsov to go first so he can catch him as he comes in, I think.
I feel personally attacked by that comment, but I think you are right.
You did pretty good on the feet, Sean. Come on.
But never counterpunch.
It worked. It worked.
Aliev really is seeing everything coming. Nothing landed for Mikhail Odintsov. Not even able to really enter to grab the legs. Very impressive defense here from Akhmed Aliev. Now, can he follow up with offense like that? Good job by Odintsov blocking it.
I tell you what, every single one of these fighters looks fresh tonight, looks to be in great shape, considering most of us have been locked down for almost a year. That's impressive.
Absolutely. True professionals making it happen for themselves. It's a huge opportunity. $1 million in a championship, life-changing for most of the people on this roster. And it already has changed the lives of Lance the Party Palmer and Natan Schulte, who we'll see later tonight. Back-to-back champions, both of them, coming up on ESPN too.
Nice little
right
hook.
hand.
Nice little hook.
Little jumping lead hook there with the right hand from Mikhail Odintsov, standing in the southpaw position.
Yeah, that definitely surprised Aliev. And now Odintsov in on a clinch here.
Shoulder punch by Odintsov.
Nice work by Aliev to get off. Odintsov tried to catch him with a spinning back fist. 2 in a row.
He's going for it here in this second round.
It shows great understanding, in my opinion, for Odintsov. He knows that he lost round number 1 badly because of that knockdown, and he's trying to be aggressive here in round number 2. Now, despite the great defense from Akhmed Aliev, it has been Odintsov who's more offensive. Whoa. Spinning wheel kick just misses there for Akhmed Aliev. Nice work by Odintsov, ducking underneath out of harm's way.
think the wind blew my hair back, and I don't even have any hair.
Wishful thinking from Randy Couture there.
You know, I think Odintsov's feints are really throwing off the plans of Aliev to try to look to counter. And I think Aliev kind of threw that away and said, you know what? I'm just going to go forward and try to create my own offense.
I agree with that.
15 seconds remaining here in round number 2. Points on the line. A punch lands on the cup there. They'll stop the clock at about 10 seconds.
Over there, over here. It was accidental. Take a break real quick. Hold up.
Gary Copeland says that one was accidental. Odintsov wants to get right back to it.
Says, okay.
Go to the corner. Go to the corner.
He's okay.
You all right?
Okay.
All right, watch out. Hold on. Get him up. Careful. There's no warning. All right, separate. Time people ready? All right, fight.
It'll be a brief piece of action here before we head to the break between rounds. There's the bell.
Third final round. You ready, Blue? Third
Sean
final round.
McConnell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian back beside the PFL Smart Cage for round 3. Akhmed Aliev in the red trunks. Mikhail Odintsov in the black and gray. And even though round 2 was not nearly as action-packed as round 1, fellas, I have to ask the question, is it a round apiece right now? Because Odintsov was far more offensive in round 2.
I agree, and I would agree with that assessment. I think it is one round apiece. I think you could make a case for a 10-8 round of that first round, but
our FPR scores do indicate, according to the FPR fighter performance rating, it is a round apiece right now. Now, Akhmed Aliev scored a 97 in his first round. Odintsov won round 2 with only a 45, which tells you that the action was quite a bit different. We'll see what happens here in round number 3. Body kick there from Akhmed Aliev.
Odintsov moving a lot, trying to attack that lead leg with that stomp and feinting, and that's throwing Aliev off a bit. I think it's hard for Aliev to get his rhythm out there.
I agree. I think I see that same thing. You don't see him like setting the bait in the trap now. He's just got to kind of press forward and do his own thing.
I think it's worth mentioning that usually when somebody misses weight, you question how brutal the weight cut might have been, or if they came in shape. And if it was a brutal weight cut, Mikhail Odintsov has recovered nicely because he looks relatively fresh. Nice spinning back fist attempt.
It seems to be more of a function of not having his corner guys there, guiding through the cutting process and keeping him on track, honestly.
Head kick there for Akhmed Aliev, glancing blow. Odintsov having some success with that lead hook.
Odintsov just needs to make sure he doesn't duck down into that right leg of Aliev, though.
Heel kick attempt again. That's twice he's spun one up over the head of Mikhail Odintsov. Dancer attempting to take him down with this body lock. Nice balance by Aliev.
Aliev repummels, over under.
Kenny, what's the message between Akhmed Aliev's corner and their fighter right now?
Well, I think he needs to get more aggressive. He needs to stalk him more. He's doing that, but he needs to set it up a little bit more, get that jab going. That's going to help find his range and set up the rest of the strikes.
Aliev controlling the positioning of the cage, but his offense after round 1 has dried up a little bit. Odintsov's throwing a lot more. Inside leg kick lands almost on cue from Akhmed Aliev, and a head kick attempt.
He's getting busier now.
You're leading with that right hand if you stand in that southpaw stance. Jab's almost useless against the southpaw. You got to throw that straight right.
Nice exchange there. Traded a kick for a lead right from Odintsov. There's a straight right to the body for your efforts, Randy. He heard you. Another right hand to the body. Akhmed Aliev measuring the distance, sends his own right hand.
That was a nice right hand from Aliev. He just needs to get that left hand of the left foot, sorry, on the outside of the right foot of Odintsov to make sure he's not in the line of fire of Odintsov. Sometimes as a fighter you analyze a little bit too much and you have that paralysis through analysis. I think that's happening a little bit in these later rounds from Aliev.
It's also one shot at a time from both of these individuals. I wonder if there'd be more success with combinations strung together.
I wonder if Aliev's mindset is, well, this guy's a lot tougher than I thought he might be. I didn't get the finish in the first round. I'm going to coast this out and not sustain any damage.
He did come in with a guaranteed 3 points. Odintsov is just fighting for that win bonus with 5 seconds remaining. It'll go to the judges' scorecards. They'll end with a little flurry, some of it maybe after the bell. Welcome back, Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian cage side. This is the Rich Henny Fighter Performance Rewind. Akhmed Aliev, 97 score in his fighter performance rating in the first round. And that's why right there, Kenny Florian.
Yeah, just a beautiful shot there. And that takedown from Aliev was something special as well, giving Odintsov some air miles.
Good enough for a big win in round number 1, but it's about winning the fight, so we'll have to see how the judges score this one. Mikhail Odintsov missed weight yesterday, so he was ineligible for points. Accounted for himself well inside the cage tonight, despite that. Lillian Garcia has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards.
Blue.
All 3 judges scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the lightweight division, Akhmed Aliev!
Ahmed Aliev, 3 points in our regular season standings.
Парни, спасибо большое еще.